My last step in this advertisement was to add an effect to the warped text. And I also wanted to point out that the warped text is editable. So for example, if I wanted to just take out the capital letters in pet care kit, I can. And I think that's so cool because before I thought I would have to retype the text, turn it back into an image, and then warp it using the transform options. So I don't have to do that. I can edit it whenever I want to and still have it warp. It's pretty cool. Okay, that being said, I'm going to go back to what I was saying about effects, or also known as layer styles. Okay, so if you want to copy a layer style down to, because we're supposed to add the same drop shadow to pet adoption Saturday, instead of going to each layer and then going effects or layer style, add drop shadow, you can just copy the layer style of one and then paste it onto all the rest. So if I right click or control click on the effects icon, then I can just go copy layer style, click on another layer that I want to add it to, like pet adoption for example, and then control click that and paste layer style. And now that has a shadow. And then I also want to add it to Saturday, so right click or control click. Control click if you have Mac and when no mouse basically. But right click for everybody else. Oops, did I not paste it? Paste layer style. Okay, good. And then I also wanted to add it to the toothbrush just for fun. Paste layer style to show you that it can also go on an object. You can put it on the toothpaste too. Where is the toothpaste? Toothpaste, even though it has a layer mask on it, it should only go onto the part that's visible. The drop shadow should, it applies it just to the visible portion of the layer. Pretty cool. And then there's one more thing. Okay, I want to show you the action panel. So it's next to the history panel, but if you can't, oh, I don't have it here open right now. So I have to go Windows, Actions, and the action panels is for basically saving you time. So if, for example, it takes you a certain amount of steps to create one effect, well, there's all these recorded steps. So you just have to press one thing, you play the script, and then it goes through all the steps. And so we're going to show, let's see, we're going to go over one, and it's in the menu under frames. So once you double click frames, it opens up all the options for frames. And for your homework, I was thinking you could just pick random actions to play on the same image and just see how different it looks. So one of them is, the one they want us to use is the brushed aluminum. So once you select it, you can press the little play button and then watch what happens. Oh, first you have to say continue, and then it's like doing everything for you really, really fast. And then voila, it's done. But I must have missed a step because something doesn't look right. Command fill is not currently available. Could not make a new layer from the selection because the pixels and type layer cannot be modified without first rasterizing layer. Okay, fine. Alright, so I missed a step. I was too eager. Let me go back. Now, it's hard to just go edit undo. I just tried it. It didn't work because it basically did like 20 different steps, more than what the history panel will save. And so I can't go back to the way it was. However, I noticed that it took a snapshot of right before I played the action, which is really convenient. So if I click on the snapshot, this is like before I did all of that in the history panel. So just remember, if you do an action and you're trying to go back, go to the history panel and click on the snapshot that it took. Just like it knows that you might want to undo all of those steps, and it can't keep track of all of them. Some scripts are really long. I mean, look, this tells you everything it did in here. Not even everything. If you go to the action layer and then the one that we picked, it'll tell you exactly how much. Anyway, so I have to do one more step first. What is it?